You're fine.
Yeah.
He's just being a mess right now.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Today on Fresno State Focus, we give you an inside look at student workers and how their experience will help them later in life.
And we take a look at coffee lovers and why they're boycotting a top business.
Plus, we meet a Madera teacher who goes above and beyond for her students. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Emily Crabtree.
And I'm Cesar Maya.
Protests in support of Palestinians have been sweeping the nation in the past few weeks, and today's sit-in was held here at Fresno State.
The protest started at the speaker's platform at 1 this afternoon. Natalia Mendoza is there to fill us in. Natalia?
We also don't want people to sit their eyes off of happening because right now it's happening in the last week and outside will be ongoing genocide that's being committed against people in that phase where it will be covered. And that is the bigger issue we are focusing on.
Thank you for that report, Natalia. And Starbucks is facing some backlash from their customers. Some are boycotting the coffee chain and refusing to buy their products because of the employee union's support of the Palestinian people.
Renee Rodriguez tells us why this sudden protest against the company is hurting their business.
We also said corporations have those states when showing their political stance.
Starbucks isn't the only American multinational chain facing criticism.
McDonald's and Disney corporations have also had a history of taking a political stance, which has angered their customers.
Keeping energy costs low is a challenge, especially during the summer, but you can still save money even when electricity rates rise. David Victor shows us how you can beat the heat without hurting your wallet.
2 minutes. So sit back when we're on the don't worry.
Whenever you leave your home, start to unplug. One way to clear your tank is by using smaller, more energy-efficient appliances. This USB fan is energy efficient, keeps you cool, and it's quiet. Meanwhile, air conditioner is often the biggest energy consumer in your home. Not to mention, it can get loud and annoying. A fan may be all you need on a moderately warm day. Our bodies are set up to eliminate heat with perspiration. And instead of a fan and drinking water, I don't even notice the perspiration, but I do notice when it's too around. Certain appliances actually make your home warmer when they run. So even the time of day during use electricity matters. Using your dishwasher, washer and dryer during the day, that creates a lot of heat, especially on the dryer. So you could, for example, use it at night. These small actions won't be noticeable at first, but those savings will eventually start to add up in the long run. Reporting from Fresno, David Victor from Fresno State Focus.
And you know, it is tempting to keep the AC running, but electricity rates in California are so expensive. So it wouldn't hurt to try and follow these tips and keep some extra money in your pocket.
Let's take a moment to show off our students' great work. We'll start with the MCJ showcase that was last Wednesday in our TV studio. Department Chair Professor Faith Sidlow helped produce this event to acknowledge and celebrate the hard work of students in their class projects. My co-anchor, Emily, was highlighted for her story about Narcan. Professor Betsy Hayes' Central Valley Stories podcast was also highlighted. MCJ students say this is an inspiring event.
Being able to watch the SDR videos and the filmmaking classes in their project is really cool. The type of things that I can incorporate in my own work.
After the viewings, Glenn Rossney from Sennheiser helped Sidlow give away small prizes, including gift cards for coffee and pizza. The grand prizes were Sennheiser microphones and a Canon camera. We here at Fresno State Focus want to thank Professor Sidlow and all who helped to make this event happen.
Now turning to the Phoebe Conley Art Gallery for the graphic design exhibition, which was held last Thursday. 33 students showed off their graphic design and visual storytelling abilities. Some of the students showed off their creativity with projects they've been working on since the beginning of the year.
So we spent all semester working on it, and it just lets us kind of develop our style and our brand. Kind of put it on display so everyone can see.
Now some of the students created comic books, clothes, video games, and AI avatars. Each student also shared their portfolio showing off their digital art they created.
The end of the semester is right around the corner, and equipment on campus is being used now more than ever. I had a chance to check out a spot on campus that lends out some of those resources.
Having equipment that can keep up with the college schedule is a huge get back. The tech lending is considered in the Professor Library that allows us to check out laptops, cameras, and other things for students and faculty. We can take our portable chargers for their day or week, and it can help them charge their phone or turn their battery on their computer if they need to. Although it is a laptop they're currently using, you can still have a lot of cool tech like cameras, audio equipment, and new projectors.
on Fresno State Focus, we talk about the biggest commencement ceremony at Fresno State.
Also, see why these dogs are leaving classrooms to hop on a plane across the world.
Plus, I'll have your focus on weather when we come back from the break.
Here in the valley, our colors are blue, and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. Generations live forever, like inside our stadium, we are one. This is our valley. We're doing it for you.
Does interrupt though.
Okay, it's done. Thank you for that so much, actually.
Being bold means committing yourself to exploring by your own, and nurturing leaders to advance our shared future. Achieving research to create a better life for those around us, healing those who need us most. These are our stories.
Oh, but the door doesn't get in?
Because the Fresno State bold begins here.
Hello, I'm Ador Berzamina, and this is your Focus on Weather. Now, as you can see behind me, this is the speaker's platform before, earlier today, as you saw from Natalia's live report, there was a pro-Palestinian sit-in where students were just having a little sit-in and taking their part in speaking their voice. So we move on to the national weather here. We have the East Coast clear, and then the Midwest is the only spot that's looking like a little bit of rain will be coming through here. But if we look at the western satellite, right, we have a little bit of rain from the Pacific Northwest, but the valley is looking nice and clear. So if we look at the weather, it's all across the board, high 70s, low 80s, except for the foothills. It'll be a little bit lower there, but don't worry, the sun will still be out, just a little chillier. And now onto the lows, to the lows. So we'll have the low 50s to high 49s here, except for in the foothills. It'll be a little bit chillier there too. And now for our air quality, it'll be green in all the counties except for 2. So please take advantage of the good air, play some basketball, go for a run, walk your dog a little longer today. And now for the extended outlook, we have sunny days for the next 2 days, but oh no, on Saturday, we have, as the 2 suns set on Tatooine for our Star Wars fans, may the Force be with you, and that's our only day for a little chance of rain, and the rest of the week's looking nice and clear for you all. That's been your Focus on Weather. Back to you guys.
Adore, thank you for that. Chicano and Latinos make up 58% of graduates in the CSU system.
With graduation right around the corner, first-generation graduates share their thoughts on this upcoming year. Natalia Mendoza gives us an example.
Graduation is a big accomplishment for many students, but for first generation students, taking away the treatment that is a great skill. Considering that my parents or my mentors
Nice job.
Turn back to you. Why can't we right? Is this too short?
Just recently, like this last year, I really utilized the conferences here for the state, such as talking to therapists. I really used a no therapy session, like
Sorry.
no example.
I just picked up my passion and stuff that I'm even doing and want to closer gardening as a first generation. It means a lot to me, just so I can set the way for future generations. If you want to pick up your class tomorrow from class 4, you can in front of the social science building and to bring your ID with science alpha and the mentorship program for first generation. The mentors take pride in helping others. That I'm able to connect with mentors that have come from the first generation background of Latino Filipinas and that's what makes it is for your students on campus.
On campus. It has been, I think it's the largest Chicano-specific graduation ceremony in the whole country.
Getting ready to be the first in my family graduate. Natalia Mendoza, Fresno State Focus.
And the Latino and Chicano graduation will take place at the State Arts Center.
It will start at 7 p.m. and is expected to last at least a couple of hours.
Students in elementary school spend at least 6 hours a day with their teacher. That's why Madera Unified teacher Amy Kuhn tries to make the classroom fun for her students.
What is wrong?
from asking questions,
Good. Now look at this one.
helping with classwork,
Can you say I accept your apology?
to teaching character to work. Amy Kuhn is a Fresno State alumna who now teaches first grade in Madera. She works hard to make her class a safe place for her students to learn and grow.
Everything is there that they worked on. And, having that ownership of their deck, and, they should be proud of themselves what they've accomplished from August until now.
Kuhn knows that home can look different for everyone, so she goes the extra mile for her kids.
Because I want them to feel important, and a lot of them don't have that at home. They don't have that at home of not being spoiled every day, but showing them that they're loved and someone cares about them and someone's going that extra length for them. And I think that's very important. Teaching can do a lot of work, especially when dealing with little ones, but making your nurse for class and what makes it all worth it.
And Kuhn is no stranger to fun in the classroom. She's dressed up for multiple occasions as many different characters, including Santa Claus, Cat in the Hat, and more recently, the Easter Bunny.
Just said the Easter Bunny, and we went to the kindergarten classroom to talk about got pictures taken, first grade, in my classroom had pictures taken.
She knows that her kids appreciate the work she puts in for them.
And Miss Kuhn even won the Teacher of the Year award at her school last week, so congratulations on that achievement.
Tech Talks took place at Fresno State on Monday. The discussion centered around space systems, including navigation, maps, and communications to users across the world. The speaker featured this week was Austin Moore, who has supported several projects for NASA. Students enjoyed refreshments while getting first-hand knowledge from professors.
Able to see someone who we see in their position as a student and see the journey of where they are now and tips on what we can do to succeed while they're a student and eventually, get that same level.
Tech Talks take place multiple times throughout the school year, and they're a great opportunity for students to learn outside of their regularly scheduled classes. You can find out more at engineering.fresnostate.edu.
Students are an important part of the Fresno State workforce. These students work on campus providing essential services and building their resume, as Ephraim Mata shows us.
At Fresno State, student workers are the backbone of our community. You can find them across campus working in different positions. In the dining hall, student needs, but that's just for starters. Students also work in most restaurants on campus.
Thank you.
The library,
That's my job too.
and student security. Some students volunteer. They may not get paid money, but the security and commitment. Dominic Kumugaya is a volunteer for the MCJ checkup. He gets to meet a lot of students and professors in prison.
Most students know the professors and colleagues a lot better and even more familiar with professional career business. Especially in the
30 seconds.
You can find students like Dominic all around campus. The benefits of working for the university include flexible hours, sharing together with your classes, and networking opportunities. Oh my God.
Maxine Fred is a third-year student who works for athletics.
Because of the connections on my little make, all the game day experiences that you're able to experience here at Fresno State, there's nothing like it. I'm meeting a lot of professional athletes that come back to give back to our community.
As the semester winds down, some students are putting in their last few hours opening up positions for next semester students. At Fresno State, you can mop out Fresno State program.
And some student workers will stay on campus, employed over the summer, because the campus will still be open, and we need to eat.
One of our MCJ classes is taking a trip across the world. Ray Franco tells us where they're going.
The Global Campus Reporting Class.
Someone's IEP.
So there will be,
Caesar, a minute 30.
your
Oh, yeah.
conference, so we have to press 3
Caesar.
conference.
Sorry, Caesar's IEP.
Uh,
Caesar, do you want to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
Caesar's IEP.
Yeah.
Thumbs up with the camera.
It happens.
Because then they can see you.
UNESCO conference will take place on May 2nd to the 4th.
Coming up in sports, we have a story about a legendary Fresno State baseball fan.
Also, how to stay safe while on a run.
Plus, how Fresno State water polo inches closer to making history. Stay tuned for sports with Jimena Ramos. Let's wake up. Good morning.
It's weird to not have Q in my ear. I'll time you. Let's do my 30 seconds.
That's your whole body. Use it. Okay, brother.
It's okay. Should open that well.
Hello, I'm Jimena Ramos with your focus on sports. Water polo is now prepping to make a splash at the NCAA Championships, and they know their first opponent. The water polo team will be facing the number 3 seed and host of the tournament, the Cal Golden Bears. The Dogs have faced the Bears 2 times this season and lost both matches. They will play in Berkeley on Friday, May 10th at 6. Sienna Pimpian was just named Women's Track Athlete of the Week. Pippian turned her senior day into a memorable day after breaking the school record in the 400 meter with a blazing time of 52.79 seconds at the Fresno State Invitational this past weekend. Pippian and the rest of her teammates will be competing in the Outdoor Mountain West Champions from May 9th through the 11th at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Fresno State softball team is wrapping up their season. The Tenacious Bulldogs will have a 3-game series against New Mexico beginning on Thursday. This will be their last set of games leading into the Mountain West Championship on Thursday, May 9th through the 11th in Boise, Idaho. Fresno State said goodbye to a legend in the community. Longtime baseball fan Inman Perkins died on April 7th at the age of 83. Al Scott tells us more about Perkins and his love for the Diamond Dogs.
For over 50 years, Eamon Perkins and his wife Doug attended Bulldog baseball games and cheered on the Dogs, even for a chance to get the team going.
My grandma was around a baseball game one day, and my grandma was like, hey, go do a cheer. And he's like, what? They don't do cheers at baseball. And all of a sudden, he went up there and did Bulldog sellout, and the players came out and gave him a round of applause, and he couldn't help it.
During his life, Perkins worked for the IRS, the Fresno Bee, and the San Jose Mercury News. He was also a tour guide at the Fresno Cherry Zoo, teaching kids about all different kinds of animals. He is most known though for his teaching of positivity that he brought to those around him.
There's no stat to quantify how many Bulldog comeback victories he's heard, or how many priceless memories he made for young people who want to come back and be able to do that cheer again. Just a really special man who gave us something.
I'll give you a nice long break. A little over 30 seconds.
Since England has left a lasting impression on the program.
The energy and the fans and every single game, the way that he was, has an impact as big as anybody in this program in that time and what he did, this past year. So obviously one we would miss him for a while out there.
Inman was the ultimate fan and the ultimate embodiment of Bulldog spirit. From Pete by the Field, Alan Scott, President Dave Logan.
The funeral will be Tuesday morning, May 21st. It is open to the public. Guests are asked to wear red and white or any Fresno State attire. Whether you walk or run alone, how you think about safety is important.
Women in sports have to take precautions because we are women,
honking cars, cat calls, fast drivers. This is normal for an everyday run for one.
I'm running along the street and someone honks their cars or cat calls and stuff. A lot of times, like, people will do that to cheer us on, but sometimes it's like sending a signal.
While cheering runners is positive, no one should have to go through intimidation in public spaces. Here are some tips from law enforcement to stay first on your run.
You can't run in daytime. If you cannot run in well-lit areas, sometimes you can try to run in the
1 minute, no ad lib on C19 in graduation. C16.
You know, other neighbors, you know, that the sidewalk or the street light.
I remember I created 3 healthy habits whenever I'm running alone. I always am self-defensible with the opposite. I let others know when I'm going on a run, and I did so with earphones and listen to my music out loud so I know my surroundings.
Being alert to potential hazards and distracting drivers is crucial for running safety.
Traffic one day was worried, but when people aren't always aware of what's going on around them, being aware of their surroundings.
Reality, women face every time they go for a run in a car. However, it should not stop anyone from what they love. That is the importance of safety. From the trails from Fresno, Humana Ramos,
I've been running since 3rd grade. One of the biggest things I've learned is always to be aware of your surroundings. That's your focus on sports. Back to you.
There are plenty of things you can do to help the planet, even after Earth Day.
Last week, vendors and club booths were set up around Fresno State with interactive activities and free goodie bags for Earth Day. Students painted rocks, took pictures, and even did some planting.
Today, we're celebrating Earth Day. I will be in the street because we're excited. Of course, we have invited different entities, so I want to community because it's a very cool. We like an Aspen and also environmental topics.
Other booths included t-shirt making, thrifting, and learning about the Earth.
You can find more information on these clubs by visiting the main Fresno State website. Just click on the tab that says clubs.
Attention Bulldogs, if you're a senior and graduating next month, Spotlight Events is having an event dedicated to you. It's called Bulldog Farewell and is this Friday from 3 to 5 at the RSU Event Plaza. There will be DIY candy lays, grab cap decorating, frame making, and many opportunities for you to capture photos.
So we really wanted to move an event typically centered around graduation period, even though you're just walking, because it's a little bit more hard to celebrate the next.
The event is dedicated to students who will be graduating this year. We have one more newscast. It's next week, and it'll be a bit different.
Part of it will be all in Spanish.
We'll also look ahead to